Okay, so now after we had decided upon the framework. The outcome of our framework is we thought we use Cucumber JVM, and the phase one we will go with the smoke test, and the phase two will be regression test. So the smoke test we had already taken few test cases. We started now implementing the actual code, and we thought we will use page object model and page factory, which I will discuss, and then we thought we will have HTML reports. Okay. Apart from that, remaining things we'll do it later. Jenkins, GitHub, and everything that is later. Okay. So we thought we will use Cucumber JVM and Cucumber JVM to run our tests, right? Now what happened is, example, I will show you what happens. Okay, if I do something. Okay. So now we are in Cucumber world. Give me 1 second. I just want to see the compiler works. That's it. Okay. I can explain. 1, 2, 3, go. Just waiting for the compiler to run. Okay.
This procedure we follow for each and every sprint. We repeat it.
No. Oh, no. That procedure is one-time setup, madam. Not every sprint. It's only one-time setup.
Identifying the smoke test cases for each and every.
So that when you are starting from scratch, in your company there are 3 levels. Okay, this is running fine. So okay, so in your company there are three possibilities. Okay, possibility 1, your company don't have a framework. Okay, that is the possibility 1. If your company don't have a framework, this is what exactly happened in your last company. Means when you joined in a last company, there is no framework, and you are the person who implemented the framework from scratch, and you did end to end in your last company. So that's what you have to tell, so that will give you an impression that you know end to end of a automation framework. That is the past always. Okay, even though in 2020 you got a job also, you have to say last company I worked, I was the person who implemented framework. After 2 years also the same thing. Okay, that will never change, because people will like the people who had implemented something from scratch. Okay. However, if your company don't have a framework, you will implement. Okay, in your new company. Old companies always this is the first scenario only. Okay. However, in your new company, it already have a framework. Then what you will do? You will no. You will improvise, improve. You have to first of all use your skills. You have to say that. So this is again 2 things, guys. Practically, I don't know what happens. That depends. But in the interview point of view, if they ask if you join my company, what you will do day 1? Apart from friendshiping with a few people and trying to find a Telugu person so that you can try to identify where are you coming from, are you from Ilford or East Ham? Yeah, and let's share some lunch, and then straight away you'll ask, tell me how many months you got a contract, how much is your salary? Definitely you'll ask, right? Okay, however, apart from doing that, you have to say in the interview that practically I don't care what you do, because that's fine, you care, that's your personal thing. However, in interview, if they ask what you will do in the day 1, don't tell the real what you call the truth, but say that I will try to see with my past experience if your framework is good enough, is there something that I can learn, or something that what I learn can implement in the existing framework. Okay, so you will try to improve the framework. Okay, like implementing design patterns, implementing reports. Okay, adding cross browser testing, okay, or integrating automation, okay, in CI pipeline, okay, or finally implementing BDD. This you can do it. Okay, so 5 things that you can do. Again, I'm telling this is a part of interview. Real time, I mean, if all good, yes, you can still implement it. I'm not saying you cannot implement it because you got enough skills and enough knowledge. However, in interview, you definitely have to tell this. Day one, what you can offer to my company. With my experience, I can definitely think that I can improve your framework if it is not following below 5. Okay, and don't call Madhuri at that point. Okay, keep that in your mind definitely. Okay, so these are the things that you can do in your company if that is company is not following. You don't know whether they're following or not, but you can give a rough guess and saying that I can do 3 things in your company. If there's no framework implemented, I will implement. If it is already implemented, I'll try to improvise. However, if everything is good, first of all, I will learn any new things. Okay, but say that I don't think so. There's nothing for me to learn. I know everything. Confidence. Okay. However, if everything is good, then you can start. You can start. See, typically, if everything is there, then what you will do? You will do and contribute to improve scope of the test cases. Okay. So if everything is there, what you will do? Definitely you will improve the scope, means you keep on adding more test cases. Okay. So add nothing but add more test cases. That definitely you will do, right? And what else you can do if everything is in place? Automation is in place. What you will do? Recommend some new tools. Okay. Okay, like you can add more integration, like Slack or chart updates. So typically you can integrate your automation framework into your chart channels. Every company will have a chart channel. Okay, so there's a lot of chart, not WhatsApp and all. Okay, every company will have its own internal chart channel. Okay, every company will have. Okay, so not WhatsApp. Okay, that is, huh?
Like
Yeah, Messenger, Skype or Slack or HipChart. A lot of tools. Definitely. See, again, don't forget that when somebody asks in your last company what messenger you use, don't say WhatsApp. That they will know that, okay, this guy, that company, I know what is that company. That is definitely INSOFT only, because this is the only place we will start in this. Okay, so officially so before going to job, you should know that what framework you're using, what tools you are using, what chart channel using, what Jira process you are using, what version controlling you are using. You need to have everything in your mind. Before that, don't go to interviews. Okay, that's what Tushar is saying. Don't rush to go to interviews. Think what you got with you. Okay, if you think that I need to get a job, got a job. No, what you have. You have to improve your skill set. That's it. Easily you will get a job. Except you are in tier 2. Okay, if you are in tier 2, that's a different context. Okay. Okay, so yeah, we can integrate that. And
what is the chart channel many companies?
We have a link.
What are the normal chat
We
channels
use
you
like-
use?
yeah, link. Microsoft will be link.
Yeah.
And Skype, some people like low budget companies like Banana Apps, they will use Skype. Okay, or in my company they use Slack. You can see this. You see Slack here, 600 messages. This is our Slack channel.
Something you said that Microsoft, what do you say?
Link, and you can see that all our automated tests are linked here. So this is all linked. See, as Angajala, all Angajala only. See, I made everything Angajala in my company. Surname Angajala.
Breathe Angajala, eat Angajala.
Yeah, yes. Yeah, 38 people. Yeah, see. I mean, this is the way. See, this is the automated things. There are a lot of things which we automated. So, example, if you go to PR, see, whenever there is a Git commit, Okay, so mobile app here. So whenever there is something happened, then you will have an integration with your Slack. See this. Okay, and you can see the results, test results. So a lot of things that you can do. Okay, I'm just saying. So like that, you can integrate the chart channels and you can add more test cases and you can use more advanced tools. Okay, like Sauce Labs. Okay, so like that you can recommend. Okay, make sense, Bhargavi? That is your answer. Okay, but you please ask those kind of questions so that I can really go in depth. Okay. Now coming to that thing, so this is what you do in your company, in future company, but in past company again this is your answer. Blindly say that in my last company nothing is there, no BDD, no framework, nothing, waste company. That's why I came to your company, right? Oh wow, super. And I went and 6 months I completely changed everything, changed the complete company. Not I cannot 100% automation. I did cross-browser testing. I implemented a framework, and everything is running every day in night time. So I don't have work to do in the daytime. That's what you can say. Everything is automated. Come on, every tester is free. Now we are playing goalie in my company. Means Goti. Means that you reduce the manual effort of your company by using an automation skill. That is what the main thing, right? So if a tester have a lot of time, what the tester will do? He will do exploratory testing. Not Goti. Goti is yes, the exploratory testing is Goti where you try to hit something and you get the bugs. Okay, exploratory testing is a very nice word. Everything is automated. What we will do? Exploratory testing. More exploratory testing, more bugs we will found. So both quality. So I'm improving my quality, my company's quality by automating everything. Wow, what a candidate. Seriously, if somebody give an answer like this, I will be very impressed at first instance. Ah, nice. So he's automated everything. So he's now made everything simple. So that is what a company need. A guy who can reduce your manual effort, your testing time, reducing testing regression cycles, and have a lot of time to testers so that they can simply do exploratory testing. Where they have see, normally every company testers will be busy. Regression is 2 weeks regression cycle is coming up and they're not able to do a lot of regression testing, and you are pushing something last minute into the production, you got a lot of bugs. That's what every company have a pain point is that. That's what every company will have there in the problem. And that company you go and say that in my company I automated everything. So we got more time than other companies, and we got I the person who made that trick. So don't feel shy to say that. In this company you have to be like this. You have to be a super performer in the last company. You have to show that you're focused that. Then only people will like you. If you're reality saying that I am the tester, I used to write test cases, I used to find some bugs and report. What? Do I need to take you? So that was the war nahi chalega. No. So you have to be super champion. Even though you are not, you have to show that you are super champion. You have to elevate your pitch like this. Then people will definitely like you. And when they go in the depth, so example, if you say to me, the next question I will ask is, tell me what kind of implements you did in my company. Then you say, in my company I implemented a full automation. I implement automation framework, and now tests are running overnight without any failure. Then tell me how much time it will take. Then you will say 1 hour. I will ask how many test cases. You will say 50 test cases. 50 test cases 1 hour. Why don't you try to reduce it into half an hour? Then you will say, yes, I tried. Then tell me what you did. That's it, gone. Then you will say, I tried to do something. I connected with continuous integration Sauce Labs, and then I tried. But that's not the right answer. There is some other answer for that. Okay, I'll not tell. Okay, so that way, one question we can know who is good, who is bad. Because if interview is like me, but if normally in your company you will never find people like me. Okay, because obviously you are not going to Eurostar anyway. You are going to permanent jobs like 200, 250 or contract jobs or 45. So for that, expectations are not too high. That's what I'm telling. If you come to my company, 350 pounds a day, we are giving that much money, now how much I need to ask? Maybe after 6 months, 1 year, maybe you really learn and come to my company. Okay, but right now, let us be real. Okay. Okay, so coming back to this, yes, so we are running out of time. Okay, so now after your questions, so now what I did is I had, now the next thing is we need to go and implement it. To implement any test case, the only thing that you have to do is you have to go to your IntelliJ and do Alt Enter. Okay, if you go how to implement a step, so now we know that we have to implement this step, right? So that whole skeleton is over. Now the time to write the real code. Coming to that example, I want to implement that user looks for an about us link. That is the step I need to implement. Yeah, so now think that this is a test case. Okay, so now think that this is a test case where this is one test case. Think that this is test case number 1. Okay, so user looks for about us like is test case 1. Every step in Cucumber is like a test case. Every step is a test case. Okay, so every step here is a test case. In JUnit, every test case is a test case. But here every step is a test case. Okay. Now go back to your notes. We are coming to raw Cucumber. We are talking about Cucumber, right? Now go to Cucumber. So for every step is a test case. Now to implement that test case means to actually write the code. Implementing is nothing but writing the code, right? To write the code, first of all we need to generate. Very careful, okay? We need to generate a function representing the step. So we need to generate a function which is representing the step. Okay, we need to generate, okay, a function which is representing the step. So every step is what now?
Test case.
Every step is a test case, and every test case in a JUnit is a function. Okay, every test case is technically Java function, right? With a tag on top. So every step is a test case and every test case is a function in Java, right? With a tag at the rate test in JUnit. But in Cucumber, it is nothing but it is either given at the rate then or at the rate when. Okay, so we need to generate a function which have a tag, which have an annotation on top. So what annotation we use? Instead of test, we use either given, then or when. Okay, now see the beauty here. Okay, don't blink your eyes, open your eyes, Alt Enter. It is asking I need to create a step definition. So the step definition is nothing but a function. Step definition is nothing but a function which represents that particular step. Okay, see, I'm clicking on enter. It is asking where exactly I need to generate your function. Okay, so where exactly we want? We need to give a file called step definitions. Okay, so we'll ask where that function should be generated. So that where the function, that function is called all functions by step definitions. It's called step definitions. Should be created in a class called stepdefinitions.java. Stepdefs.java. Okay. So now what is stepdefinitions.java? Java is a class file which have functions. Every function is nothing but a step definition function, which is nothing but is a test case. Okay. So again, All the step definition will be in one class. That class is called step definitions.java. That class is nothing but like a test suite in JUnit. You know what is test suite? Set of test cases, right?
Yes.
Like that, your step definitions, defs, is a class file which have set of functions. Okay, and every function is called step. Okay, just a step. Okay, so step definitions is S definitions. Every step definitions will have steps. Okay, so now see the trick. It is asking where to create the step, where to put my function. Is it a new file or an old file? So typically I old file because I already created a Java class. Okay, I'm giving that. See what happens now. See this line number 22 to 26. If you understand these 4 lines, you can go home. Otherwise, stay here. Okay. So what is this? This is like a hybrid. Okay, this is a hybrid way of writing a Java JUnit test case. What is JUnit test case? How it is? I think you know this.
Yes.
Like this, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Public.
Something like this, right?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Now, this is a hybrid way of representing like this. Both are same. Okay, don't worry about this. Okay. Now see. It's still confusing. Don't worry about that also. Okay. What is the difference? Just hybrid form. Instead, where the only thing is, this is the only thing. No, that dollar man. Okay, so that is a hybrid way of writing a test case. Who is writing that? Cucumber is Cucumber. It's not coming from JUnit. JUnit is gone. So what is Cucumber doing? Cucumber is giving a. Okay, we'll give an annotations just like JUnit. But what annotations Cucumber is giving? Given, when, then, and before. Did you forget about that? Yeah, it also give before and after. However, each annotation like given, when, then, they have, apart from the annotation, they also have a snippet. It have a snippet. That snippet is nothing but your manual test step. Okay, in plain English. Okay, so every annotation that you take have a snippet. Additional to the tag, additional to the annotation, you have a snippet. That snippet is what important. So this is a snippet which is representing this line. See this. Okay, so when user is about to link, so this is called a snippet. This snippet which should have a corresponding function. Every step here, every line here should have a corresponding function in the background, in the back. So if you open this, see what happens. This is getting matched. Means that text and this text is matched. That's the reason why I am coming here. Example, I make it as like this. Then your Cucumber don't know anything. So it thinks that you haven't implemented that. Okay, so it is, if you see a brown color, that means that there is no implementation for that particular step. So now again, see, if I do like this, it will ask. Now see that it is again creating one more function. Okay, I'll get rid of this. I'm doing again. Okay, see. Okay, so now this is, now if you go back, see what that will become white. Right?
Yes.
So means there is some corresponding link between this step into the your Java code. If you know what is the link, where exactly is my function, because every step is a function. Blindly think that every step is a function. So where is that function? Command click on that line, it will go to here. Okay. Command click. Command click. Yeah, control click. Okay. Command click. Yeah. No, you don't have. Come on, guys, improve. Control click in Windows world. Okay. You are somewhere in the world. Okay. Okay. So snippet. So that snippet is linking between your actual Cucumber feature file, plain text manual test case, and your Java code. So that is what Cucumber is good at. So Cucumber will give you a corresponding function behind it, which looks more beautiful, because you know this looks very beautiful, right?
Yes.
This is definitely better than your JUnit. JUnit is a code, but this is not a code. It's like a plain text. Now there is a corresponding function behind it, and only thing that people have to do is, it is giving a function, but it will never give you anything related to Selenium. Cucumber don't know you it is Selenium or whatever you use. Cucumber don't know anything. Cucumber and Selenium are not close friends. They are from a different category. Cucumber will give a skeleton, so it is giving a skeleton function. But is there anything inside it?
No.
Who is responsible of giving inside it? Now your WebDriver will come into picture. Driver dot from here your WebDriver. So Selenium will come under picture underneath the hood. Okay, so same. Why we do extend hooks? Because we need to get the driver object. Now, simple. So what we want to do here? Now see what exactly is your demand. User looks for about us link. So driver does find element by dot link text, something like about us. Okay. Not dot click. Is displayed. No. That also you have to do. Okay. Okay. Asset dot. Not true. Definitely, Akila. I know what happened. You got engineering. Intermediate 98%, right? How much you got in intermediate percentage? Yeah, I know. By harding, super you will do. All girls. Yeah, I know that their intermediate percentage is good. MSET is low.
So what is 7,000?
MSET.
Oh, sir, MSET in 1 lakh, I got 7,000.
7,000. Okay, good. Okay, that's fine. But you know, boys, they get 60%, but they will get above 1,000. The analytical skills are good, but I mean that's what happened in my college also. Girls like her, batti in Telugu if you say. Yes, bookworms. Okay, anyway, coming back. Okay, so that is the way. So this is that you know, right? From here you know how to write all these things. So you know how to put the meat in it. I'm only giving the actual skeleton. Okay. So let me run this. Okay. Okay. So just give me 1 second. What I have to do is I need to disable this for a minute. Okay. Now, only thing that I need to do is user is in home page. This I haven't actually implemented it. Again, that is also a step, right? So I need to write a code to go to home page, right? What is the code? User is in home page. What is the code for that? Yeah, that's it, right?
Yes.
Okay. Driver object, you know it where it is coming from, right?
Yes.
You don't need to worry about it. Okay. Okay, give me 1 second. I think there's double code. Okay, give me 1 second. I will remove this. Where is hooks? Let me know. Okay, so I'm just putting the hooks back. Okay, now that's it. So now what happens? So now let me implement till this. Shall we implement only 2 lines for now? Okay, so I implement second one. Create stub definitions. The same thing. Okay. About us link is present on the home page. So if you remove that code. What I need to do now? About us link is present on the home page. User looks for about us link. User looks for about us link, and your about us link is present on the home page. User looks for about us link. They both are
Same.
It's the same, sir.
same, right? So can we remove one? Cut list. Cut over. Okay. That's fine. User is in home page. About us link is present on the home page, right? So this is nowhere in use. So we'll just copy this code, right? Okay, because that doesn't make any sense. Go on. Now see, user is in home page. About us link is present on the home page. Make sense? This is the thing, right? Okay, so let me go and run this. User is in home page. This is the thing. Okay. So how to run it? Run is little bit difficult here. It's not so easy. There is one more file that you have to go and write, because in Cucumber the problem is in JUnit you may have test cases in one class file, but here where is our test cases?
It's in
Resources.
Yeah, in a feature file. But is a feature file a Java file or a plain text file? So we can't run it. Unfortunately, it is a feature file. We can't run this like a Java file. It's a different thing. So to run the tests, we need to create one more file called runtest.java. Okay, write down. We discussed about what you called discussed about feature file. Okay, last class we discussed about this. Okay, so one is feature files, one is step definitions. The third thing that we are discussing is run file. Okay, so we got 3 things here. Importantly, Cucumber have 3 components. One is your feature file. Second is your step definition file, which have the action implementation. Third thing is, unfortunately, you can't run it anywhere else, so you need to have one file called run file. Okay, there 3 are interlinked. Okay, without those 3, there is no point. Okay, so what is this run file? It is a trigger for our tests from where the tests should be controlled and executed. Okay, so it is the run file is nothing but it's a trigger. Means that is the file where we go and run. If you go run it anywhere else, your system test will fail. So that is the file where you go and run your tests. However, okay, so there are 2 things. One is executed and one is controlled. Executed we are doing, but controlling means there is a lot of things that we can do on the fly. Okay, let me talk about what is controlled. Okay, so controlling your test is nothing but, first thing, we need to provide some settings for the execution. So we need to provide some settings. So what are the we need to provide some settings. Means the problem, the problem here is we are no more in JUnit, we are in a little bit advanced world. So we need to provide some inputs to the test execution. First thing is your reports. You have to tell what kind of reports you need. Okay, so there are few things that we need to set. We need to give us an input. First of all, we need to provide what are the reports. We'll discuss that. Okay, welcome there. Second important thing is we need to provide the tags. What kind of tags that we are running? Tags are nothing but, in the case, we can say that they are like groups. Okay, so tags are nothing but is a group. So what is the meaning of tag in Cucumber is, example right now, if you see my test cases, how many I got? Got many, right? But I want to run only one test case. So I need to have a link between my run file and my feature file. So that link is nothing but this tag. So what I will do, I'll put Sriram here. Means I'm saying that, okay, Sriram is my link now. So I will put this link, and what I will do, I will go to my run file and say that this is where you got all your options. Okay. Now this is what I'm talking about, settings. Settings nothing but Cucumber options. So what I am giving here, I am giving 3 important inputs here. Okay. That is where we talk about that they are called Cucumber options. Okay. Again, I'm telling Cucumber options or settings both are same. So we need to give 3 things. First of all, we need to provide what kind of reports that we need to generate, and location of feature files. I'll tell again. Okay. When we are running, before running, we need to give some options to Cucumber. That option is nothing but settings. What are the settings? The 3 things that definitely you have to do. Okay, example, if you open iPhone, the minimum basic settings that you have to provide, right? Example, you need to provide your English language that you are running, and your iPhone, like iCloud, Apple ID, and like that you need to provide some settings like date format and all. Without that, nothing will happen. But is that the only settings, or are there more settings? Hundreds of settings. Yes, without that, then nothing will happen. So Cucumber have a lot of options. Okay, it has a lot of settings, but we will discuss that later. But right now, the 3 settings that you have to give, otherwise your test will fail. There are 3 things. What are they? And location. Okay. So how we give technically in Java is like this. Okay, see this. What I am doing here, I am telling that I want a report called Pretty. Pretty is which we will discuss, but anyway, now I want HTML only, right? So I am telling that I want HTML reports. Second thing I am telling, I want to run a tag, which is nothing but all the feature files which have the tag of Sriram. Okay, if you got 2 test cases, 200, 100. So I'm just giving a link between my thing. Okay, and here I'm telling where is my feature files, where are they located? They are located in test. Okay, so this is where they're located, right? So that it identifies.
So when you give tag, it picks up one test case and then it goes to the next test case. So it stops on its own if the tag is not there in the next one.
Yeah, it will stop. It will go here. It will match how many scenarios are there. Matching that, it will execute them. If there is only one, if there is nothing, 0. If there are 20, it will 20.
So it will know that this is where that scenario is ended and next.
Yeah, ended it will know. See, end is, I think this is a little bit confusing. But end is nothing but like this. Right now, this is our end.
So when then finishes, that is the end.
Yes. No. Whenever it stops it, that's it. So see this. This is the second scenario, right? So this actually there's nothing there here. That is the thing. Either you left is blank or you put a new scenario. Something like this, okay? Given blah. That's it. That is the scenario itself. So now first scenario is tagged. Second scenario is not tagged. Means we don't care about second scenario. We only care about first scenario. Okay. So now it will go and run that. However, before every scenario, it will run the background. Okay, so before any scenario, it will run the background, then come to the scenario, then go back. If I give 2 scenarios, again it will go to background, execute that and come back.
So you don't have to give any command to go back and come back.
No. Just if you give background is nothing but
A precondition before.
okay, so this we can have multiple givens, we can have multiple thens. Don't worry about, sir, whether can I put them before given. This is your manual tester's job to make it logical. but automation tester don't care about when there is then. There's no logic of it should be given when then. It should be then at the top. See example. See here. There's no when here also. The second in the here, but still it will run. So there's there's no logic. You can give it anywhere. Okay, but only thing is your snippet. Your this should match with this. If it doesn't match, it will not run. That's it. Okay. So now, if you see whatever you see is equal to this. Okay, background is nothing but it is like a precondition for all the scenarios. Okay, if you know now I'm not understanding, sir, please don't make it complicated. Then this is fine now for me. Okay, this and that is same. Okay, shall we go and run it? Okay, so where we have to go and run?
Then run a file.
Yeah, we have to search for run file. So there is a run file here. See. Okay, 3 settings are done, and inside it nothing will be there. Don't worry. I think this is code is all waste of. Okay, inside that nothing will be there. This is just. That's it. Okay, it is a file just to dummy. It's a dummy file. It will not have any code. This is the run test file.
So we need to write the class file run test.
Yeah, I mean you can put any name also. That doesn't matter. You can put like this also. But only thing is when I'm running it, I should run from here. That is the only point. Okay, if I run from somewhere else in the framework, then Cucumber won't understand. Okay, because obviously you can see that there are a lot of Cucumber imports. Okay, this is all technically they are coming from Cucumber. See, Cucumber. They're all for Cucumber thing. So this is the where the actual test should start. If it is starting from somewhere else, then the test will fail. Okay, let's go and run this. Okay, now see your see. Did it change the class name or what? Okay, just 1 second. Okay. Okay, cool. Yeah, HTML output. Also link. Okay, give me 1 second. It is saying that you must supply an output parameter to HTML. Okay, so just 1 second. It is saying that this is not correct. Think so. Okay, let me run. Okay, null pointer exception. Because why null pointer exception? You know, because driver is not initialized. Okay, because we have started the driver, but it's not initialized. Okay, it's not initialized because Hicks is there, madam. But the problem is, just 1 second. It is initialized, but it's not calling this because we are in different world. Give me 1 second. But it will be 2 times, right? No, okay. Where is the actual code? My step definition. No, it should be here, right? Yeah, it is here. Yeah, step definitions. Step defs. Yeah, that's fine. Let's go give it a run. Okay, starting the browser. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
But we need to extend in 2 places, 2 classes. So what do we do?
I did not do anything. No, I just extended the run test. That's it.
So take out in steps whether it is work or no extensions.
But if you do this, where is the driver object, madam? The driver object will be null, right? So we should be keep.
No, it won't be retrieving driver object.
Yeah. Okay. That's it. Passed. Why it is passed? Because we made it pass.
Because it just
So about us link is present, right?
yes.
This is about us, right? So let us fail it. You have to test the test. Given user is in about us. Okay. So let me see that. So put some blah. Okay. Let's see what happens. Now it is doing implicit wait, but it will be failed. Don't worry. Implicit wait. How much? What is implicit wait here? 30 seconds. I don't know. See. Yeah, 30 seconds. So it will wait for 30 seconds and it will fail. Come on, fail. Too much of tolerance. Fail. Come on. Did somebody change the timer somewhere? Let me see if I got. It's 30 seconds only. Okay, go. Happy birthday for your kid. Happy birthday. Okay, see you. Okay, I don't know, it will fail, don't worry, okay? Maybe it is 2 seconds. No, it is 30,000 seconds.
30,000.
Madhuri, what is this? 30,000 seconds.
That's what I said, 30.
Shall we come out after 30,000 seconds? It will be next week, right? Yeah. Yeah, now it will fail. 30 seconds. I think that is the problem. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Stop. Maybe I am too fast. Come on. Yes. Okay. So yeah, so that's the thing. Okay. So yeah, that's where it fails. So now you believe me, right? Okay. So to make it pass, undo this. Okay. Now let us go to step by step now. Okay. So now the problem is, now we need to make it more readable code. Okay. From now onwards, next 1 hour, I will be a hardcore Java developer. Okay. See what happens. Okay, I'll go and implement this.
Sir, what are the dependencies you will add for Cucumber?
I will give the framework, madam. Okay, so I will give them the framework. It is there. Okay, because the pom.xml have that already. Cooks, all these cooks. You know what is cooks? Cucumber. Set of Cucumber files called cooks. That's it. Okay.
You add logs file that is for reports.
No. Forget about that for now. Okay.
So we need to add
All
all the
those
dependencies.
what we added.
Yes, but I mean, yeah. So typically, don't try to do that. Take the pom.xml which I got, put all the dependencies, copy paste. That's it. Okay.
That's the map. Dependencies are the log and what is birth, what is birth.
And log4j is not for now. That is later. Okay. Alt and create definition. Okay. Now over.
So your cursor can be on any word on that line or has to be at the further line?
On that line, it is there. That's it. On that line, it should be on that line like this.
So anywhere,
Anywhere, yeah. 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 Okay. So user clicks on that link. What is that link? Oh no. User clicks on that link. So that is where the problem is coming right now. Right? So what is that link?
About us.
About us.